This is about removing repossessions, evictions, medical debt, and bankruptcy. So it'll be a little bit of a longer module, right? So certain negative items on your credit report come from specialized reporting categories such as secured loan defaults, public records, or medical billing disputes. And these entities may carry significant weight in lending decisions, and they often require specific review strategies to determine whether the reporting is accurate. So in this module, you're going to learn how to review and challenge four types of entries that may appear on your credit report. The first one being repos, the next one being medical debt, another one being evictions, and then the last one, bankruptcies. Each category has unique reporting requirements and potential areas where inconsistencies or inaccuracies may occur. So with repossessions, right, a repossession occurs when a lender takes back property that's used as collateral for a loan after a borrower fails to make required payments. So the most common example is vehicle repossession on auto loans. So once a repossession occurs, the account may appear on your credit report as a repossession entry, a charged off loan, or a deficiency balance owed after the collateral is sold. And of course, they are going to be on your Experian Equifax and TransUnion report. So most commonly, repossessions involve auto loans, equipment loans, or secured personal loans. And after repossession occurs, the account may appear on your credit report as a repossession trade line, again, a charged off account, or a deficiency balance remaining after asset liquidation. What you need to review. So you need to review the deficiency balance accuracy. So after a repossession of, say, a vehicle, lenders typically sell that vehicle at auction, and the remaining balance after the sale is called the deficiency balance. So what you want to verify is the original loan balance, the amount received from the auction sale, and whether the remaining deficiency balance is calculated correctly. So you got to do a little bit of math there. But incorrect calculations can lead to inaccurate reporting, which leads to you being able to get that account removed off of your credit report. So now, when it comes to auction reporting, what you want to determine is whether the repossessed asset was sold and whether the lender properly applied the auction proceeds towards the loan balance. Sometimes they don't do that. This may also happen if you have gap insurance. So you want to check, whatever your insurance is going to cover, how much was covered, and the deficiency balance after that as well. Errors may occur when the auction value is misreported, the proceeds were not properly credited to the account, or where fees were added incorrectly. The next thing is incorrect dates. So important dates associated with repossessions include the date of first delinquency. Remember, that's when the account was first reported as late, right? The repossession date or the charge off date, and then the last payment date. And again, incorrect reporting of these dates may affect the account's reporting timeline and give you reason to dispute and get those accounts removed. So some common Metro 2 violations when it comes to repossessions, right? Again, Metro 2 is the standard that was developed by the CDIA and dictate how lenders must report account information. So some common violations for repossessions include reporting an account as open after repossession, reporting new late payments after the charge off or the repossession, incorrect payment status codes, incorrect deficiency balances, and inconsistent delinquency timelines or dates. And any inconsistencies between any of these fields is what indicates the inaccurate reporting on that account. So now when it comes to medical debt is one of the most common sources when it comes to collections accounts on your credit reports. And these debts may arise from hospital services or bills, physician services, emergency care, diagnostic procedures, etc. And medical billing systems often involve multiple parties, right? Including healthcare providers and insurance companies, which can increase the likelihood of what's called billing errors. So an important law that you want to know when it comes to medical debt is the No Surprises Act. So the No Surprises Act, it was enacted to protect patients or consumers from unexpected medical bills. And this law establishes certain protections regarding out-of-network charges and billing transparency. Medical collection reporting threshold. This is important, right? Many credit reporting policies now exclude medical collections that are under $500 from consumer reports. So if you have a medical bill that's on your credit report that's less than $500, then that's a reason to get it removed off your credit report as well. So this change reflects efforts by the consumer reporting industry to reduce the impact of small medical debts appearing on credit reports. So what you want to review is you want to examine the medical collections for possible billing errors. So some common problems may include insurance billing errors, where medical bills sometimes result from delays or disputes between the healthcare provider and the actual insurance company. So you want to check for any type of billing errors that may, be on the side of the healthcare provider or the insurance company that you have. If they were supposed to cover a certain amount and they didn't cover that amount and it's not reflecting properly on your credit report, that's a reason to get that account removed. So you want to confirm whether the insurance was billed properly and whether insurance payments were applied to that particular account, right? So incorrect billing dates. You also want to review whether the reported service date and the billing date is accurate, right? So again, you got to contact that medical provider, get that date, make sure that it matches what's on your credit report. And again, errors that appear with these dates indicate incorrect reporting. So some common Metro 2 violations for medical collections. Common reporting issues include incorrect balances reporting after insurance adjustments, duplicate medical collections, incorrect dates of delinquency, failure to update balances after insurance payments, and reporting collections below the reporting threshold of $500. Now, when it comes to evictions, these are legal actions that are taken by landlords to remove tenants from rental properties after violations of lease agreements or whatever the case might be, typically due to non-payment of rent. Then eviction records, where they appear on your credit reports, are typically through public record reporting agencies or tenant screening databases. Now, they're probably on your credit report as a collection, but this is where they're getting that information from. And these records may influence decisions that are made by other landlords, property management companies, and tenant screening services that, will hamper your ability to, get an apartment or, proper housing. So what you want to review is the public record accuracy. So you want to confirm that the eviction record actually belongs to you and that the information reported matches the official record. So you might want to go on Pacer and you want to pull your actual public record for that eviction, or you can just go down to the courthouse in your county and pull the records there. So some possible errors include incorrect name matching, incorrect addresses, or records belonging to other individuals. So court filing documentation, right? Evictions originate from court proceedings. So you want to verify the court where the case was filed, right? The case number and the outcome of the case. And if the information reported does not match the official court records, again, that eviction account may be disputed and removed from your actual credit report. And some common Metro 2 violations when it comes to evictions include reporting errors such as incorrect court case numbers, duplicate public record reporting, incorrect filing dates, incomplete record documentation. And again, these inconsistencies give you grounds to get that account removed off your credit report. Now, when it comes to bankruptcies appear in the public record section on your credit report, and they originate from typically a federal bankruptcy court filing. And there's two common types. There's Chapter 7 bankruptcy and Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And even if you didn't go through with the actual bankruptcy and you just filed it, it's still going to be on the records and they'll place it on your credit report. And because they originate from court proceedings, they're often reported through third-party data furnishers. These are these third-party data furnishers. So additional data sources used for bankruptcy reporting is going to be LexisNexis and or Pacer, right? And you can actually dispute through LexisNexis as well, get it removed there. And sometimes you may even have on your credit report accounts that were included in the bankruptcy. You want to get those removed first, before you start actually disputing the bankruptcy itself. Because if they're able to verify that there are accounts included in the bankruptcy on your credit report and you're trying to remove the actual bankruptcy, they're just going to verify that bankruptcy because you have accounts included in the bankruptcy still on your credit report. So, removing those accounts first and then attacking the bankruptcy is best practice. And again, these systems like LexisNexis and Pacer maintain court filing information used by the credit bureaus and other data aggregators. So step one is you want to verify the bankruptcy records in Pacer. Pacer is the public access to court electronic records, and it provides access to the official federal court records. So you want to check Pacer to verify the bankruptcy case number, the filing date, the court district, and any discharge statuses. And if the information on your credit report doesn't match the court record, then that indicates inaccurate reporting. And again, that's what we use to get these accounts deleted. Step two is reviewing that bankruptcy record with LexisNexis. Again, LexisNexis, they're the ones that compile the public records used by many credit reporting agencies like Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So what you want to do is request your consumer disclosure from LexisNexis or your consumer report from LexisNexis to determine whether the bankruptcy records appear in the database and whether incorrect information is being supplied to the credit bureaus. And if errors exist there, then you can dispute that bankruptcy with LexisNexis. And you're going to use your PACER report to compare it to what LexisNexis has. And you're looking for those inaccuracies or inconsistencies in the reporting between those two databases. Once it's removed from LexisNexis, then you want to move over to the credit bureaus and start disputing there, right? So that's step 3. Dispute with the credit bureaus. So you want to dispute that bankruptcy that's being reported with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and you want to address any inconsistencies between that credit report and the official court record, the same way that you're doing with LexisNexis. You're going to do it with the credit bureaus. So what you want to verify are things like the filing date accuracy. So you want to confirm that the filing date matches the court record and any incorrect dates that may be affecting reporting timelines. You want to verify the court case number. So each bankruptcy case has a unique case number assigned to it by the court, and any incorrect case numbers may indicate reporting errors. You also want to verify the reporting duration limits. So bankruptcies, they may remain on your credit report for a limited time period, depending on the type. Chapter 7 is up to 10 years. Chapter 13 is up to 7. So if it's exceeded that timeline, then that's another reason that you can use to dispute and get it removed from your credit report. So some common Metro 2 violations when it comes to bankruptcies, some of these errors may include incorrect bankruptcy status codes, incorrect discharge dates, duplicate bankruptcy inquiries, accounts reporting delinquent balances after it's been discharged, and accounts not updated to reflect bankruptcy inclusion. And these inconsistencies, again, give you grounds to dispute that bankruptcy and actually get it removed from your credit report. So some key takeaways when it comes to repossessions, medical debts, evictions, and bankruptcies is that it requires specialized review strategies because they involve secured loans, healthcare billing systems, and court records. So again, carefully review these entries for inaccurate balances, incorrect dates, missing documentation, and inconsistencies in public records, as well as Metro 2 reporting violations. Identifying these issues allows you to determine whether the information is accurate or whether dispute action may be appropriate under applicable consumer protection laws.